I'm going to fire an ice moon at an innocent bird! Would you like to know how to get Ranni's Dark Moon, a hidden legendary sorcery, and a load of other incredible hidden magics? Of course you would! Welcome, fellow tarnished of magical dispositions! Let's talk sorcery once more, and where to pick up a few very important tools to round out your arsenal. These are some of the best spells in the game for general use in every situation, and you're going to want to get them. First up, after completing the Magical Academy and defeating Queen of the Full Moon, you want to head back to the guy you probably spoke to in the church just left of where you first start the lake zone. He's a guy that wants a key to bypass the barrier and get back into the school. Give him yours, and in return he will teach you a gesture. This is important as you need the gesture. So, where do you take the gesture? Over to a tower, a lonely tower on a hill in the north of the zone. You want to come at it from above. The closest grace is the Great Lift, and you want to run your way over there. Once you arrive, there is a little puzzle for you to solve, and the solution is fairly quite simple. Put on one of the magic hats found at the school. I used the double head one, and then perform the gesture in front of the wall. And then it will dissipate, allowing you to climb the tower and acquire the cannon and the hammer. These are two incredible spells. The hammer, just a big smash in front of you, lots of damage, an explosion along the ground. Great. The cannon, however, a slow charge lobbed explosion that has massive radius and massive damage. This right here is one of the best spells in the game, and you need to get it. It is so unbelievably useful, especially, obviously, against large clusters of enemies. Next up, then, we're going to get Terra Magicus, a spell that will boost the damage of your other spells by around 25%. This is located in a cave alongside the cliffs at the bottom of the academy. Unlock it with a stone sword key, make your way through it and to the end, and you will reach the boss. Once you have defeated the boss, well, you will claim yourself, firstly, a new spell, Crystal Release, which is, okay, just an AoE scattering of crystals all around you, but you'll also gain access to the further chamber in the back, which will lead you up and up and up, and then on a lonely tower you will claim Terra Magicus. This is key in your ability to one-shot bosses, and if you'd like to know how to one-shot bosses, well, check out the video that I released yesterday on just how to do that with Sorcery. I'll also link it down below. Then, we move on to another bit of magic you might recognize. This is Star Scourge Radahn's chasing meteorites that you probably had chase you quite a lot. Obviously, this requires you to have killed Radahn, as you need to go to his desert area and actually run to the very north corner of it, where you will find a cave. Or ruins, I guess, or catacombs, whatever you want to call it. If you make your way just inside and then drop down on the left into Ghost Bloodrot Hell, there will be a chest waiting for you, and in that chest is collapsing stars. Radahn's chain chase minigun-esque gravity spell, and it's incredibly effective. It will yoink an opponent right to you if they have both the health to take it and are light enough to get yoinked, and it's just an incredibly fast homing damaging spell, an incredibly efficient damage to FP cost too. This spell is shockingly cheap. Then we move on to two more potent endgame magics that you can only access once you are near the end of Ranni's storyline. The storyline that ultimately results in you getting the Dark Moon Greatsword. And if you've not done that storyline yet, if you would like to know how that goes, how to get all of the various rewards and goodies, and ultimately, you know, the Moonlight Greatsword of Elden Ring, and finish the biggest and most important side story in the game, yeah, there is a guide up on that too, and I will also link that down below. In any case, once you get to the stage in that questline where you can finally get up on top of the mountain at the bottom left of the lakes, there is a couple important spells to grab up here. The first one is kind of simple. Just defeat the dragon that blocks your way from getting in the main church ruins on the hill. Once it has been defeated, well, you will find yourself with a brand new sword slice that comes with a little bit of a frosty touch. This thing is incredible. This is Adula's Moonblade, and essentially a straight upgrade on the Glintblade greatsword spell that you can also get. Not only does it do the big sweeping slash of damage in a huge arc, it also fires off a wave of frost that does even more damage and chills the enemies to their bones. This is incredible to just spam, and it works wonders against basically everyone, both PvE and PvP. It's of my opinion that this will be one of the core spells for essentially every single int build that likes sorceries just going forward. Finally then, we have the Dark Moon of Ranni. This is a much more involved hidden spell, and one that you have to assassinate innocent tortoises for. It's very, very sad. You want to head to the south of this rise area in order to get to a tower. This is Chilona's Rise, and when you first get here, it will be walled off, a magical barrier. If you read the little book hint near the steps, it will tell you to look for 3 wise creatures. And, well, basically this means you have to find 3 ghost tortoises, get rid of them, and then the barrier will drop. Now note, warning alarm, okay? Do not fast travel, do not load the game, do not do anything that requires a loading screen while doing this, or your game is likely going to bug and you might not be able to complete it. This is very much not working fully properly, so just manually run to all 3 of them. Don't try and save time by fast traveling. The first is right next to the rise itself, hugging the cliff. To the west of it, just get kind of close and then ship it off the cliff. The next one is more over to the east. Ride for a while, and you will see it sat on this little platform that I'm kind of looking at / firing spells at, and it will be ready for you to remove. Now, for me, this one never actually spawned at all. Not once. I couldn't get it to. Fortunately, this is so bugged in such a way that you only need 2 out of 3 for it to drop the barrier. At least that's what a lot of people are reporting. I wish I could give you a more concise method here, but again, this little puzzle unlock is very, very broken. In any case, that's where the second one is. The third and final one, run all the way across to the northwest, and you will find an upstream in the middle of some woods. If you head up this upstream, you will crash into the third tortoise mid-air, taking him out and dropping the barrier. Then, of course, you return to the tower, climb the tower, and you will find yourself Ranni's Dark Moon, a legendary sorcery in the chest. This requires slightly less int than Renella's Full Moon from her Remembrance trade, but it has that icy twist to it, which is really good. They're both hugely powerful, impactful spells that take a while to cast, but once they do, really get going and just detonate groups of enemies and blow massive chunks in any given boss health bar. These are both fantastic to use, and I believe that Ranni's is slightly more mana efficient as well. Oh, so there you are, everybody. That is quite the collection across the world of hidden, secret, and powerful sorceries for you to get your hands on. These ones are specifically chosen because not just for being fun, they are just really genuinely good and are going to be consistent, solid choices in any sorcerer's arsenal. So, I hope you have found this useful. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you had, like and stick around for more Elden Ring tips, tricks, guides, fun stuff, and more. And until we meet again, please consider supporting the future of this channel on Patreon down below. A goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.